What's up, everybody? It is currently Thursday, June 20th. Wow, this week flew by fast. This is what I get for having 2 days off. Oh my gosh. Hope all is well with everybody out there. The plenty of people in the stream right now. Yeah, hope you're all doing well, sincerely. Getting close to the weekend. Been a solid, great week so far, and I have some wonderful news for everyone. I don't know why I didn't lead with this. I just realized the watermark I have in the video, it is not updated to the new Kavel logo. Dang, that's been like that for a bit. Oops. Anyways, the lesson 2 video is being released this weekend. After a lot of effort and a lot of work, it's finally edited. I'm not going to say it's my proudest video I've ever made, but it's definitely a decent one, and it has a lot of what I want to say about lesson 2 inside of it. I'm releasing it on the weekend because that's when view traffic is a bit higher, and I want to ensure that the most, I mean, like, yeah, at the end of the day is a view game, right? And not really for getting more, like, literally if it gets 0 subscribers on the channel, because you can see what videos lead people to the channel. I don't really care about getting that. I care about exposing Drawbox and art and the habit more than views or any of that. Plus, you know, we're not monetized, so who cares, right? But yeah, still super hyped though. It's gonna be a great video. And yeah, and ironically, so I used Epidemic Sound. I'm not sponsored in any way, just shouting that out there, for the music. And I used the free, I thought I was going to finish editing the video about like half a week ago, but I didn't, and my free trial ran out. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just make the video and pay for it later. Turns out I've already paid for it. I'm like, oh, dang it, because I forgot to take my credit card off. So yeah, I mean, we have to use the music now, or we should, right? Like, we're wasting money if we don't. So yeah, anyways, we got some fun construction set up for today. And then not only that, but in 4 days, the promptathon, the June promptathon begins. I'm so hyped. There will be an issue because the 30th, I have to do like a 6-hour drive for a friend's birthday. So I'll have to do the promptathon in the morning, which it's the last day of the promptathon too. So that means, sadly, I won't be able to do the promptathon with you guys on the last day, but we're going to be streaming every single day for the promptathon. It's going to be hype. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. We'll put together some of our new techniques, some of our new materials. Heck, I may even go buy some like nicer pencils for all that stuff. I have no idea how to use that medium. I feel like I've just been experimenting with mediums like crazy recently. And that is not the main timer. Here we go. We're listening to some Tunic music again because it's just so nice. And without any further ado, let's get warmed up. Oh, my back hurts. Jeez. I kind of messed up doing push-ups today during warm-up for exercising. I have like 1 or 2 warm-up sets whenever I do chest. But yeah, wonderful day. Very happy. And with this video coming out, I will no longer be totally in art mode, other than, you know, the promptathon. I'll be working on some coding projects on the side. You know, kind of shifting room for that hobby / my job. And then, actually, yeah, oh my gosh, my online class ends like really soon. I just have 1 more final exam and 2 discussion boards. Oh my gosh. And then once that ends, I'm quitting my job and fleeing to Europe. Where we're gonna do the Italy video, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna do an Italy sketchbook tour, and then work on my final project of the summer, which we're gonna go day and night working. Day and night. We're gonna be working our butts off to try to finish that because I'm very excited. I've only been brewing ideas, and my roommate may be even able to help out on it, so I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be so great, everybody. I'm so excited. We just have to stay consistent, determined. Actually, I'm so driven, I don't need any determination. The only thing we can worry about now is avoiding burning ourselves out from all the work, which typically is my downfall. So we'll do our best to try to dance around that. Ay. Thanks. And then we'll be back at school, which school's fun. I love learning. I just don't like the stress of exams. We all know this. I need to start refactoring the thoughts of returning to school into good ones. I guess my like main friction against wanting to go back to school is both my apartment, because I just like the concept of going somewhere new every year, like moving from my home to my dorm the first year, and then moving from my dorm to my apartment the second. I just kind of love a change of scenery. I've never been a person who likes sitting in the same place every day, despite my occupation. And oof, that was really off. Alongside that, I mean, I'm learning new and very helpful and cool things, and I love nerding out about it. It's the professors not caring, or just the exams, the weight of exams, the stress of not knowing whether all of my effort throughout this entire semester has been worth it in the context of a grade. Because I know at the end of the day, I learn. That is my goal. Beyond all else, you know, everything else and all else, I want to learn. I want to truly understand the subjects that I've applied myself to without any, you know, no skips, no cheating, no easy tricks, and a quick trick to get good. No, I don't care. It's dumb. Truly all I want is to understand those things, but it's kind of like whenever it comes, oh, all I want to do is art, or all I want to do is programming in the real world. Well, someone has to pay the bills, right? And you're going to have a job, the thing that you don't like, and the thing I don't like about university and modern education, and not even modern education, you can't really escape exams in any context, right? Yeah, those are the veggies of school. So we need to raise this, because this is, you know, coming too soon over here. It needs to go pretty far, like this. Which means this line needs to exist, like, right here, if at all possible, for this one to make sense. But that means this is way too out, so we need to compromise and go about right here. That seems way too high for this one. That seems way too high over here. I think right there is our best bet. I think it's a lost cause, but at the end of the day. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue ranting because I enjoyed it. I think exams are necessary in some format, right? A cumulative, you know, register of all that you've learned in some capacity. There will always be tests. So I guess I'm just wrapping on, I guess, the quality of the tests, right? I want the assurance that if I understand the material presented in class, if I've made, not only made my effort, because effort can only get you so far, right? I've seen the results, I've done well so far in the class. Not that I deserve a good grade on the exam, or that the exam should be easy, but it should be reflective of the material I've learned so far. And sadly, in university, whew, that doesn't always seem to be the case. I remember in my discrete math class, I literally studied the textbook. I went to other universities, read like literally like hundreds, not of each textbook, but like accumulative, like hundreds of pages of other textbooks. I did Cornell, MIT, and Caltech's homework. That was way too large. On discrete math, and tried my best to understand that and tie it to my university. I thought I really fostered an understanding, and then my professor just gave me some crazy, like, not even tangentially related to what we were learning both in class or the subject matter. And I'm not going to say that's what scarred me of not trusting professors when it comes in terms of exams. But it was definitely a contributing factor towards my lack of trust. I think a big part of it now too is, you know, you could just pull questions off the internet, and a lazy professor, which do exist sadly, could just pull questions off the internet, or a lazy TA. And so instead of, you know, teaching things, difficult questions that are related to the subject material, they'll pull up a question that was taught in a slightly different way or a very different way. And of course, it's all the same to them because they understand the material quite well. But to us who are just getting a grasp of it. Like, for example, this may not mean much to many people, but Chinese remainder theorem, we barely covered that on our discrete math class, yet it was like 2 major questions of our very small, like, 10 question exam. Maybe it was like 15. Not even that, but our textbook barely covered it too. I'm just yapping though. All this stemmed from my worry of returning to university. But we will persist. Do our best. And most importantly, enjoy it. I would not be able to live with myself if for the few years that I have in life and the even fewer that I have in university, I chose to make them miserable. Then again, my professors also have a weighing opinion in that. Ugh. Now that I think about it, though, some of the best times I've gotten through, oh geez, have been like, man, this is a really bad organic form, have been because the support of my friends and stuff in classes, teaching each other, you know, 11 o'clock at night visits to the library so we can get a whiteboard and explain things to each other. That's also why I like drawing so much. It's those 11 o'clock whiteboard moments. The almost strained last minute final understanding of a very difficult concept. I talked about it on stream before, but like the aha moments. I love the aha moments. They're so awesome. That was much better. Yo, Fatima! Hey, more jelly beans. Of course, you already know it. How's it going? Oh my gosh, we're seeing a lot more of you, Fatima. Thank you for returning to the stream once again. Hope all is well. I have some good news, Fatima. You can check this weekend. On Saturday, we'll be releasing our Lesson 2 video. I'm not sure if that applies to you, if you even care about Drawbox or not. But if you care about Drawbox, the Lesson 2 video covering my work and what I would have done differently and what I encourage other people to do, that's being released this weekend, Saturday. Maybe like afternoon, I don't know, right? Oh shoot, not afternoon, because I have work, so like I get off of work maybe 4 or 5, so sometime then. But yay, we'll have the Lesson 2 video, and I'm glad to see you here. In fact, that will be the first video ever released, or technically, I have some unlisted videos, which I'll bring up sometime in the future, but that will be the first public video to be released on this channel. Yeah, so I'm kind of hyped. Maybe, oh no, because I don't want to, I do need to make like a channel description video, like, I'm Kavel, this is what I want to do, here's my goals, blah, blah, blah. I just realized we're doing a lot of jelly beans. You can tell I've been working on my Lesson 2 video. Check Discord real quick. Yay! Oh, meant to react with that. Oops. Uncomfy responded. We're allowed to release a video in the lesson 2 thing, so I'm hyped. Let's go. Oh my gosh, guys. This is going to be such a great weekend. We're going to release the lesson 2 video. In 4 days, it's promptathon. It's promptathon, baby. Oh my gosh, I love promptathons. And then, oh my gosh. Cap doing his domain expansion. For sure. Oh my gosh. So hyped. Yeah, Fatima, so I'm not sure if you ever did pick up Drawbox or not. But in 4 days, so June the 24th, the promptathon for June will begin. Promptathon is 7 days where each day you get a new prompt and you're allowed to not only draw it, but post it in the Drawbox Discord and submit it to the Drawbox website where you can earn badges. And if you do, I think, what is it? 5 of the 7, or something like that. If you do like a majority of them, you get a special role on the server, which is the same role that people who complete Drawbox get. So you get a very special temporary role. It's very fun. Promptathon is a wonderful time to practice drawing because everyone's doing it. You know, it doesn't matter if you think you're good or not. It's super fun. I don't think I've ever been confident in a promptathon, but... And there's no winning or losing. Everyone gets the same awards. Now, obviously, maybe you could say, you could, like, try to fight for the most reactions in Discord. You know, like, the most thumbs up, but... At the end of the day, I do art because I love it, not really because I want the thumbs ups. That's not to say I don't want them, though. A little dopamine hit. A bit wobbly today. I think that's just because I'm not focused and I'm yapping a lot. Oh, cool. So, decent warm-up. For once, we didn't warm up before the stream, so we're probably a bit shakier than usual, right? Today, like I said earlier, oh yeah, also, we're gonna do 50% after the stream. I had an idea for what I wanted to do for 50% yesterday, and I didn't really act on it. Who cares? We'll do it. Some 50% today if we have, oh my goodness, the energy. Cool. But right now we're going to set our 45-minute timer and get a quick sip of water. For those watching, please drink water. Drink some water with me right now. I'll give like, oh man, if this was Twitch, I would give channel points to people who drink water. I'm not going to lie. Drinking water is a game changer here. Be right back. Are there like YouTube equivalent of channel points? Or like... I'm new to like streaming in general. Like I didn't even watch. I only watched Germa, and I was a VOD watcher. I didn't even like. I think I joined a Germa. Let me sip on my dehydrated water. I think I only joined a Germa stream once, and it was when he was playing Ratatouille, and I spammed a picture of like Linguini, comparing Germa to Linguini, and I got banned. Or like muted or whatever it's called. Like my only experience actually in a Germa stream. But I've watched that guy for years. He's like the inspiration partially for the streams and the channel and maybe my somewhat sporadic behavior. I'll never be as funny as that guy though, that's for sure. Anyways, yeah, do you guys think it's a coincidence that I started streaming near when Germa retired? And you never see me stream when he's streaming now? Just saying. Anyways. So today, we're going to be actually drawing a super cool bug that I found. So I was going to draw a beetle today. And I was like, okay, what kind of beetle am I going to draw? And I looked up just a bunch of beetles. And I eventually found 2 beetles that I like. They're barely even beetles. I'm not sure what they're considered. But I ended up picking one called a Sternocera? Sternocera? Yeah, I got banned from the only stream I watched, yeah. Practically. Which means I'll be a great streamer one day, you know? I definitely know what I'm doing. But you know, the Sternocera, we're gonna pull up a picture of the Sternocera here on the right. If you're scared of bugs, please click away. But I don't think this guy's too scary. In fact, I'd say it's also known as the jewel beetle. Very beautiful. Oh yeah, we're also gonna do this one. I think this is a tin stripe. I think it's called the tin stripe June beetle, or June bug. But we're gonna probably save this one for the future, just because like I wasn't too inspired by looking at this one. Like, sure, there's a lot, like, you know, organic form here would have to have some trouble, like an organic form here, one on the front, then this plane over the eyes, and then these antennae, which are really cool looking, would be really fun to draw. But I mean, look at this, guys. I wanted something a lot more dynamic that would force me to kind of understand less of a, actually, because yesterday I was thinking and I was like, hey, this, what did we draw yesterday? The cricket? The cricket was a bit like too, it was very flat, right? Here, let's pull, actually I'm too lazy. Let's get a fresh piece of paper though. The cricket was very, just, it was a side profile mostly, right? So I wanted something a lot like this, where we can have a contour that's like oblique on the form. I don't know how to describe it really. But yeah, anyways, let me grab a fresh. So yeah, I wanted something cool. Forbidden Dr. Pepper Jelly Bean. I see how you made the connections there. I can see it. Okay, that's the Forbidden Dr. Pepper Jelly Bean. I rock with it. What's this one, Fatima? Fatima, I remember you had a cool wasp fact. Do you have any facts for beetles? You're gonna be our... Okay, what's the actual name for a person who studies insects? Person who studies insects. Entomologist, okay. You may have to be our resident entomologist, Fatima. Is there an entomology AP exam? That would probably be awful. Just studying bugs and how they... Oh, Jesus. Anyways. I remember when I went out of the country for the first time to Germany, I, like, first of all, I really missed Mexican food. Because, like, while I had some great food in Germany, probably some of the best food in my life, a lot of it was some of the most bland food I've ever eaten in my life. And so I was really mixing Mexican food, but I also really missed Dr. Pepper. Like, really missed it. And the only time I had it was at the end of my Germany trip, when I was at the airport, and I, like, because we stayed at a hotel at the airport, and it was the worst Dr. Pepper I've had in my life. Anyways. So yeah, here we have our friend, the what was it? No, I combined entomologist with Sternocera. Dr. Salt, practically. Put in wise words, Fatima, that's very true. Anyways, let's go here to our big display room. Let's try to fix this up too. I just realized I misspelled beetle, and that's very embarrassing. Oh, really, Kav? That's how we're doing this. I saved the PureRef document, and it's saved as beetle instead of like beetle. That's embarrassing. Anyways, okay, so oh wait, oh my gosh, guys, yeah, I completely forgot. So yesterday we made a vow, right? I bought this when I was in Portugal, because I just like wanted to doodle and practice when I was in Portugal. Blah blah blah. Who cares, right? Oh my god. Okay, there. Yesterday we did this. And I want to start doing this every stream. At the end of every stream, we're going to do a quick, like, literally could be 4 words, that's fine, but we want to write down what we did wrong and what we didn't appreciate, and then I'll review it in my own time or even on stream if I feel the need. Ironically, I didn't think about it, and we're actually going to use this notebook that I got from Traveler's Company. It's a more of a notebook than anything else, like rather than a sketchbook, right? And so we're going to put our reviews in here. I'm going to keep this on me. I don't know what reminded me of that, but yeah. Oh yes, because yesterday we also came to the conclusion. Sorry, I wasn't sure if my mic picked up. We also came to the conclusion that instead of just doing, we usually do 2 different sketches on PureRef. We do a sketch for the forms, the most basic forms that compose it. So just the organic forms, the spheroids, sometimes even cubes, which I realized we probably should have used for the wasp the other day. Anyways, and then we have one for the additive forms or the subtractive forms. So like the little plates, the wings you see back there, all that. And my only beetle knowledge is beetle cool. I mess with beetles. They're actually pretty fun. Because like I've never been attacked. There's a bunch of June bugs where I live. So I think they're called like green June beetles or something. I love them. They've never attacked me. They feel really funny, like crawling on you, but they've never hurt me or anything. So yeah, I mess with beetles. And this one is so freaking cool. Sternocera. Anyways, yeah, so we do one for most basic forms, one for additive and subtractive forms, and now we're going to do one more sketch, and it's for negative space, we want to acknowledge negative space. And so we're going to do that. We're going to do all 3 of those and carry that going forward. So I just realized you're not looking at my camera, so I can kind of like move my keyboard up to make this easier for me. So here's our friend. Say hello to the Sternocera. We're also going to make our friend a tiny bit larger. We're going to make our friend a lot larger, actually, I've decided. Well, make it easier for you guys. There we go. Yeah. Yep, we're going to start our timer. We're going to take another quick sip of water because I've been talking a lot. And we're going to get to it. Can you hear me chewing the ice? I don't think you can. Cool. Okay. Gotta love mic stuff. Anyways, so this one's going to be a bit tricky because we're going to have a lot of intersecting forms, which is good. We need more practice with that. So we're going to get started here with our most basic forms. And yeah, maybe next stream we'll draw this. Basically, for the next 4 streams, unless we take a break in there, we want to draw as much lesson material as... Don't chew ice. It was a tiny bit of ice. Yeah, guys, don't chew ice. It's bad for your teeth. Yes. Fatima is very, very right about that. Thankfully, it was because, like, I have a very, like... The water bottle has, like, a small, like, nib on it, and it lets ice through sometime. It was a tiny piece of ice. But yeah, don't... ice chewers scare me. Those people... It feels awful whenever I chew ice. I would never want to do that. Yeah, ew. Anyways, speaking of ew, this isn't the most pretty face in the world. I found a beetle earlier with like one of the cutest... Here, wait, I'm gonna find it for you guys because I couldn't draw it unfortunately, but it was the most adorable little guy in the world. We're gonna... Okay, yeah, it was the first one on Google, of course. Look at this little guy. Little guy. Now looking at it a bit more, it is a bit creepy, but this little dude does not know what taxes are at all. Cool. Anyways, sorry, I just started scrolling. Little guy. Yeah, and I also wanted to draw this one, but once again, there's not much happening. Like, we could probably fit in some cool contours over here. It wasn't inspiring though, but maybe we could, we have an army down here, look at that. Anyways. So, remember, Cav, we're out of time. Come on, we gotta train for the promptathon coming up. So, of course, we have an easy form right here. Now, you may be thinking, Cav... Sure, oh wait, wrong one. Cav, this is obviously a sphere. That's easy, but what about the one behind it? And I have a plan for that one. Because for that one, yikes, wow, we really... I was not paying attention to what I was drawing here. Yikes. So yeah, circle, let's not overcomplicate it, cool. See this? This indicates that the form is actually going through here. Now I'm going to leave a bit of a gap right there, but our form's still going to travel pretty heavily through here. Look at that. Oh my gosh, nice. Okay. Yeah, here's our form right here. It's bothering me that these are 2 different sizes, but whatever. And then we have the spheroid slash... this is going to be a... I mean, it's technically an organic form. And it's going to be somewhat foreshortened. So kind of the exact same internal stuff. The other bug reminded me of a rain frog. Gotta be honest, I don't see it. But I'll believe you. In some way, this is a rain frog. Maybe the eyes. Maybe it's just because, yeah, adorable little guy. Oh man, maybe for the animals one, we should do a rain frog construction. I think that's a wonderful idea. Anyways, we're back here with our friend. I'm redoing this one because it's bothering me. We do have a lot going on underneath. We actually have this very cool form that's going over here. It's going to look like this if we had like an x-ray view, right? Or can get foreshortened, right? So it's going to go like more horizontally back. And then it's going to go over here. And then at a certain point, we're going to see this, right? These plates that subduct or whatever each other. Fat like the rain frog. Hashtag fat shaming 101. Oh my goodness. Fatima, you can't be fat shaming our little friends here. They're also unique. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I realized I could just draw slow because it doesn't matter if we're wobbly or not here. Now there's a lot of mess going on. Also, we have to be careful with this line. I'm actually going to extend this a bit further. so we don't get in the way of those forms. And we can have a nice opportunity to kind of meld these together and create this nice smooth gesture. Also, we're gonna have to add a form to the side of this because we're going like this right now, right? And then we're gonna actually have to go out like this. There's gonna be a new form here. Looking at it, I'm not sure. A lot of forms here. Eesh. Trying to get a feel for what's going on here. That leg kind of tricked me. There's this. And then we go out here. I'm just going to connect that to here. Yeah, we have this form that's on the side of this, which is very hard to see. I'm not going to lie. Also, let's just delete this one for now, and I'll explain why later. So yeah, we have a lot going on. It's difficult. It ain't easy. Oh, wait. I can erase all of it? Cool. Yeah, I mean, not really anything to overcomplicate this. This one isn't as dynamic as I was hoping. Put in some contour lines just to make it easier, right? This contour line's gonna ride on the outside here. Over here. Like that. And this one's gonna ride kind of on the top up here. And we're gonna see it once it curls over and in. Like so. And then we have this one here. I'm gonna start back here. We actually kind of get this very nice thing in the middle to kind of help us out and see that. So we're gonna copy this, then edit it, and get rid of that blue. Here we go. Also, I'm very upset, guys. I finished, or caught up with Dungeon Meshi so far. Dungeon Meshi. I love the ending. Little, Dungeon Meshi. Anyways, I love the show. It's up there. It's very far up there. I know it's a very basic show to love, and all those like hardcore weebs are gonna be like, ugh, you don't know good classic. Yeah, whatever. But I really love it. It's very enjoyable, very fun, and it's just, yeah, it's fun. I love fun anime. Cannot lie. Cannot tell a lie. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to see all the forms that are happening here. And instead of like going up there 80 times, let's just bring it down here. So we have this little muzzle that's kind of going around it. Not sure if we should add that form to the front or not. And I think we actually Let's change things up here, guys. What we're going to do instead. Also, I'm just going to do that. It's too complicated. We already understand everything that's there. I'm going to get rid of this, and we're going to turn the entire face into the form. So it's going to be a spheroid now instead of just a sphere. Right. Going like this. All that good stuff. But now, instead of having a separate form added down here, we're gonna add a form up here. So we're gonna instead have this kind of this is gonna go on the head. We're gonna travel around the head, carving into it. This is going to travel around and above it, kind of curl down here. Not that much, actually. That's a lot, but like, yeah, as long as we're obeying the form underneath, this is kind of what we're going to be doing, right? And we obviously, I keep saying that, we have this clear and direct midline kind of running down the center of the little helmet. We don't need to draw it. Yeah, it's something we can add. I just realized, what? I thought I... Very confused. Did I just draw it wrong? Let's look at more of these beetles. I'm a bit confused as to their Sternocera. I don't want to look at the pronunciation. I tried looking up early and no one could give me a definitive answer. Sadly, most people only take pictures of Sternocera backs. They don't take a picture of their faces because they're so enamored with their backs, which I get it. They're beautiful, but please give me a high quality. Here we go. Okay, cool. That wasn't really disgusted. Just like a ugh. Cool. So here's what their face looks like. Yeah, they have a little beak going on there. I'm still tempted though to add a form over here and then add. So actually, what we're gonna do is we'll have, I guess, a sphere on the inside. Yeah. This is very tough, guys. These decisions. It's actually gonna be a spheroid because the entire head like has this flat portion right here, which indicates once we go down here, which I'm actually gonna, yeah, we're only gonna do about this far. So it's a slightly non-circular ellipse. And what we're gonna do here now, after changing it for 8 different times, is we're gonna have I'm just trying to see where we are on the... We practically have like this going on. Smaller degree. The major axis will indicate like where this is on our form, right? Because otherwise the beak will be here. That's a bad example, but you know, like, so we just need to be careful with how we place this. Because to me, running down here, and if that's the midline, I would intuitively want to line here, line here. So technically, facing this direction, oh. Let's worry about the form in there. We're going to be hopping out from the face, going downwards and about. That don't sit right with me. We go this way and then turn in and then climb the form and go around. Or at least we're going to see this continue wrapping and then we're going to see the edge. And kind of like that. Leg is kind of missing me. But... I think this is just the point where we use kind of our own artistic license to decide what forms we're adding there and why. If that's the case. feel like this should be higher than that. Something like that should be added at least. Something of the sort. I see it now. And then I guess that'll merge with the form that we're going here. I'm gonna kind of cover the head. That's a bit too much, right? Regardless, okay. We'll worry about that later. Can't spend all day on that. And we have this organic form right here. This over here. This form, which is not too crazy. It does make me rethink what's happening back here. Right, because if this exists right here, that means we need this guy to move up a lot. So this pink line can actually travel all the way around it. Then go back like that. And then once we go right here, we're still traveling around the sausage or the ellipsoid. We're still going down there, but no, don't worry about that, right? Cool. Took some experimentation, but we got there. Mainly by doing this contour line and then doing another contour, like a great circle down there to kind of help us break it apart, which I honestly think we should do in the actual drawing to help us see it. But we can make that decision later. And then from that form that we've added, we want to add this form to both. Now, where do these both merge? That's a great question. Personally, I just like to believe that they merge kind of like right here. Just with each other. I mean, there's no reason to doubt that, right? So we'll continue. Yeah, not really anything too crazy right there with that. Then these over here, this is gonna be interesting. Kind of having a hard time seeing the degree of this. I'm gonna tell you now, we're gonna have to add a form that kind of goes around the midsection like this. Then from there we can add these more subtle forms that I guess we can, I mean, going through the entire form isn't too helpful, but it will go like this, right? And this silhouette right here, that's very important. That's very important. And actually, I'm not sure if this should be aligned totally or like, I do want to overhang off of it to give that sense of the forms being broken up. It kind of stops right here, and this is where we get a very interesting form. That. Keeping these consistent is a major goal. wanted to travel down and then around, and then having these little bumps after it, right? Down and around, bump. Down and then around, bump. The bump rate. And the mess in the middle, yikes. I mean, we obviously have that, and then this plate right here. We can add that form in. So can't forget about, you know, the form underneath it, right behind it. What we want to do. Have that going on. That's all I'm going to worry about there for now. Anyways, finally, last but not least, we shall do some kind of whatever they're called, negative space analysis. It's tempting to want to like do as many as I can see, but there's only some regions where they're actually super important. I like this one a lot because there's just a horizontal line practically between them, so that gives us a lot of room to work with that, right? I feel like I overdid it a bit right there, but that's in that direction. I feel like this one's excessive, even though it's important. That's the thing. I could do like this whole region, but what's the point, right? I want to leave this here because, like, I think emphasizing these angles is important for a little guy. I always like have a like a little bit of like a curve before I go every time I do that. Anyways, okay, so yeah. That's kind of our major important, we have our forms that we want to add, we have our basic thing over here. Cool, and I think the most central form is going to be our thorax. Yeah, we did note that this is kind of an important shape over here. So yeah, those are all very important lines that we want to recreate in some capacity here. So without any further ado, let's actually get to the drawing portion of today's stream. I feel like we do more time planning than actually drawing, but that's good. 15 minutes, I'm not sure if that's good, but that's all right. 15 minutes of planning will save you 3 hours of doing, right? I'm gonna take a quick sip of water, then we're gonna hop right into it. Cool. Alrighty. Let's go to our camera over here. Wow, we're barely into the stream. I mean, actually, no, we're pretty much more than halfway done with the stream, but yeah. Cool. Cool. So, we're actually gonna pull up a little. Here we go. Oh, my eye's itchy. It's bothering me. Okay, cool. Let us do our little friend here. Yep. We're gonna, as per usual, because I'm always scared of it. This is from the lesson 2 video, by the way. Shout out. Stop by and go watch it once it's out on this Saturday. I think that's. I mean, I have to look at my retention graphs. Maybe if I'm bored enough tonight, I can do some Python and see when my most active hours are and make it a regression as to when I should. God, I'm such a nerd. Jesus Christ. Whatever. Okay. Sorry. I like math. So yeah. Oh, let's also do a. If this is our page, let's not start from the bottom. We can actually go pretty much high. We want to because we don't want to cut off room for our legs, right? Centering the page, it looks like we need to be completely left and take up about a quarter of our page with this form, which means we have actually a decent amount of room to work with, but we'll keep it a bit smaller, right? This organic form is somewhat tilted, only a tiny bit. And then we have our head over here, which is down a bit. A lot of it is intercepted by the rest of the head, which we kind of failed to do, which is the problem of ghosting, I actually believe. And then we go over here. It actually should have been a bit higher as well, because they're pretty level, so it should have been more like this. Not necessarily that large, but it's okay. And then here, we're actually kind of following the contour of here. We're pretty much the same size, and we're going to go about 1.5 times this. So this, and then half of it. So this, we're going to go this, and half. So about right over here, ish. We're gonna go down. We don't want to go down a crazy amount, right? We only want to go down to probably about like right here-ish. Last time we went down a bit too much. I think that was okay. I don't think we should have gone down that much either. Yeah, it's a lot less than I thought. It's probably only about this much. We'll see though. And then we have our little additive forms where we actually really liked that kind of like great circle I did down here. It's crazy how fast I work whenever I'm like ready to throw away the page. There's no fear of, you know, abandoning it, right? Let's see. Yeah, the head should have been actually a lot more merged, I feel. Or this was just a bit too long, but it agrees a bit too long. It's a bit more funkier over here. Yeah, we start from here and travel around to about over here. So we're gonna start from back here, travel around, kind of have this like Africa shape to it. And then head over. Then that. And then our actual plate starts. I assume is the wing. Where we're gonna go from here. Rotating around this form, right? That's way too high. We actually have like this shape right here. We're not really too worried about the shape language, just, or not shape language, but like the silhouette just yet. But yeah, we have like this sharp point right here. That I do want to make known about its silhouette. That's kind of it traveling back, you know, over, right? Being mindful of that. And then we do have this tiny little triangle here in the contour for the negative space where we travel back down. Oh wait, no, we have, sorry, we only occupy this, and then we go like that. And we actually end up here. So we need to be a lot skinnier. Or at least indicate a lot more curve to it, right? Cool. So let's add those little notes in there, and then we'll get to it. 15 minutes. I don't like pressuring myself for time, but it would be quite fun, wouldn't it? See how fast I could hammer these out. Thankfully, in life, I'm not a very intelligent person, and I've got a lot of my accolades through having time to do things. And so, Drawbox is not really a time-oriented there, you know, like, at your own pace, and I appreciate that. There we go. That's a very important one, I'd say. And then we also, yeah, this shape right here, this shape right here. And then, I guess this is kind of be like our weird breakdown of everything. Oh, also, okay, I just want to point this out. YouTube says there's 2 people watching right now, but I only see 1 on the graph. YouTube's API, and I'm just gonna say this now, I think it's just because YouTube's API isn't good. That's mean. I'm sorry. There's probably a lot of devs working hard with the API. But yeah, that lands like this. Oh, okay, so I just think these lines are helpful to see. I think we did a bit too much. Like, these smaller ones could have been done later or thought about later, but who cares? Anyways, we're gonna put away our old set of drawbox pin. I'm still mad, guys. I'll bring it up every stream if I have to, that my little sister lost my freaking OG set. Why did I give it to her? Why was I so dumb? I knew she destroyed like half of them too. And there's one missing too. So I had the like almost all my original pins. She lost one. Not only the pack, which I was like originally mad about, she lost one of the pins too. Sorry, it makes me furious. Sorry if you're a little sister, Fatima, if you are watching, but little sisters suck. Sorry. Said it now. You can dislike the video if you want. I'm a hater. I'm a hater. No, I definitely didn't drive an hour the other day to go buy her tea. Anyways, here, I'm gonna take a quick sip of water and we're gonna jump into this. Nice. Let us do this. As an older sister, I'm the one who loses all this stuff. I'm so sorry. Okay, you know the pain. Yeah, no, it's it's rage-inducing because you love them, but also I'm ready to kill. You know, I'm ready to. No. Okay, I'm just like incriminating myself right now. Jesus. Okay. Shout out, little sister. You owe me though. Anyways, they had such a like kitty argument about it too. She was like, "I'll buy you a new one." So I was like, "No, it's not the same." Okay, so we're starting on the left side of the page, taking up to a fourth of it with a probably pretty high degree ellipse that is a bit rotated, just a tiny bit. How did I manage that? Sell her kidney. Oh, guys. Okay, so I know I have my rule that I'm like being very conscious, geez, about like not doing redo pages, but this is like legitimately, I have a huge issue of like losing my horizon whenever I turn the page. We're redoing this because last stream we deduced that putting my initial like most important form down and it being rotated that much. I guess we just have to get used to doing ellipses like this, even though I like doing it where the major axis is pointing towards me a lot more than doing it sideways, but we have to get used to that. Okay, because yeah, that is just, we can't do that. It's like, I think there's like a statute of limitations in terms of redos, and that was, oh, maybe it shows 2 concurrent viewers, but only one has like an account on YouTube active. Who knows? Someone's watching me in secret. Private browser, Kavel. Cool. Okay, so we're here. If we're not gonna, I guess we just can't rotate it anymore. I tried rotating my body. I actually like went to like over here to try to like, bad habit, I guess. Guess we have to be ready to draw ellipses from anywhere on the page, even though rotating a page is a core tenet of both drawing and drawbox. I'll rotate the page slightly, but knowing our horizon is here. Wasn't my best ellipse in the world, but it'll dang work, won't it? That's actually decent, like shape-wise. You can tell where it starts to kill me because I realize why I actually don't draw like this is because I can't see. I can't see. I can kind of see everything. I can't. Oh yeah, wait. Once I'm right here, I can't see where to go next. Like you guys can't see either, like where the next part of the line is. I can kind of see it underneath, but it's very much. Ironically, I messed up the part down here the most. Anyways, okay. So now we have our invisible line right here, which we're gonna breach a tiny bit, but practically our next spheroid. It's not a sphere, right? Ellipse is going to be right here, taking up a little over half the form, and maybe a third to like 3/8 of our spheroid's going to be in here. This is difficult, guys. It wasn't the best, but that's okay. See, this is what I'm talking. It's imperfect, but it'll do for sure. Cool. And now we have our sausage form, which is gonna only drop about, like, I think right here. See, that was way too low. I'm gonna go like right here. Actually, okay, let's do some math. What I'm gonna do for this is we're gonna first get rid of that. Okay. So it doesn't matter which drawing it was originally part of. Interesting. When you erase it, you just erase in general. We're gonna do a head length here. Actually, no, I'm more confident in this, right? This, drop it, so about half. Only about half of this downward. So this downward. So yeah, we're going about right here. Cool, on that level. And then over here. Yeah, I guess I have a really bad problem. I could do stuff horizontally really well. Like I could see that this is 1.5, right? So this, and then a half. Yeah, so right here, yeah, see, I nailed it pretty well. But vertically, I guess that's my challenge today, is just the verticality of vertical play in terms of this. Okay, anyways, we're gonna do our favorite sausage form technique. I want to breach up, but no, it's, remember we have this angle to it, so. Okay, so that's a bit skinnier than I would want, but we can still add that form under there and it'd still be fine. So maybe that worked out in our favor. Why am I lisping so much today? Interesting. Cool. Okay, 7 minutes remaining. Trying to think. Do I want to do 50% today? I mean, technically we should do 50% today. I just feel like I never have the patience afterwards, right? Anyways. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is we're going to start worrying about our contours and stuff. So, we can bend it over here. We want to add that nice this to it, right? The OG. There we go. Seeing it. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it now. Doritos Locos Taco Bell. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add this form first, actually, to kind of establish that was a bit too dark. Oops, whatever. We'll make it work. Nice. Yep, we have our eye over here, which gets pretty close. The left side. It does have a unique shape to it, so we'll try to be pretty specific, because it gets a bit flat right here, and then we have a lot of curl, and then a bit flat on that side. So flat, curl, flat. So flat, curl, flat, up, Yeah, it was a bit too bendy right there. That's okay. It was a bit larger, more down there. Oops. Okay, and then a lot of this happening. So I feel like this plane of the face was just too large. But yeah, we go like this and then around and in. Like so, all through our forms. Then we have this unique thing where we're going to hop out in front and then travel around and up. So we're going to hop out front. It's a bit too bent. And we're going to hop up and around. So over here and then around. Very good. And then we have this part right here where we're going to go out and then in a bit. So out and then in a bit. Very nice. I don't like that, how patchy the eye is, but that's okay for now. And how much that breaches. That, yeah, that's very obnoxious, but it's okay. Cool. Now I want to add the shell. The shell is going to kind of crust up here and then go down here. And so let's see. Look at the ratios we have right here. Yeah, so it gets pretty dang close to the edge over there, but this is much longer, I've realized. So we'll have to go like proportionally. There's not much of a gap. Then we go over here. Cool. So yeah, we want to hop around. This, we're going to do our little continental looking thing. It actually goes, so it goes up and then around and then dense and then goes over. So up and then around and then dense and then it goes over. So. Oh, dang it. Oh, no. It won't. That kind of sucks. Cool. And then we have this form next, which travels over here. We get a little bit the butt left. Which, yeah, I think there's this curve down a bit too much, but it's okay. We're gonna go over here and land about right here. Yeah, this curve definitely, it should have been much straighter out. But all I care about now is kind of getting this contour shape in. Can't see. Cool. Gonna kind of end it right there. What we're gonna do next, and I'm gonna kind of do this kind of. That's where they intercept, right? Oh, wouldn't the degree much? Whatever. Kind of ignore it for now. This, and then we're gonna travel back, following this part of the crest, and then going over here. Let's see, we have this turn right here, about the center of the form. Yeah, right here, we're gonna have that little dip. Where it continues going up when it shouldn't. This. And then a smooth curve, so. Wonderful job. I think that's pretty excellent. Cool. So yeah, that means the intersection between these two is something over there, but we're not going to worry about that too much right now. Next I want to do this. Kind of wrap around form. That's definitely following this and leaving some room, and then we stop right here, a tiny bit before that curl. So this. Cool. Then what we're going to do now is once we're at this curl, we kind of come towards us with this form. We're going to be adding this form right here. Very strange form. Right here. what would be going around this. Like so. Okay. Section have this end all the way at the head. So I want to be making this shape right now, because yeah, we're going to be wrapping around the sausage form, but instead of going all the way over there, we're going to go right here. Let's start with this one first. Because it goes in, there's like a pocket here. And this is where that pocket kind of happens, right? Like this. Pocket happens a bit below. Don't want to make any super commitment in the lines yet. I'm just going to complete the entire form while we're here. What we're going to do here, I want to curl, go back, body, and connect here. Curl here. I don't think I left enough room. Yeah, it should have been a lot thinner right here. I think we'd actually save it though, watch this. Okay, that was just a lie. Cool. It's not going the way I wanted it to. Because this is more of a straight line. Going more like this. Ugh. Part of me is thinking, like, where did it go wrong? What am I missing? Yeah, because this should have bent out. We'll leave that mistake there. A mechanical error, no less, but... It's like my inability to put these forms properly on the page drastically affects how I can actually execute them. Which means I think I need to stray, weirdly enough, to fix this issue. I feel like I need to pay more attention to the forms on the page than I am to the reference. Like, paying attention, like, looking at your reference is very important, right? But also just staying true to what is on the page, I think, is even more important. Because I think doubling up on that line was actually a very stupid mistake and kind of ruins a lot of stuff. If we have to redo it tomorrow, we will, but I think we should not obsess over it right now and head to some 50% for today. You kind of break that habit of obsession. We'll do a quick review. As we've said before, we'll use our high-tech C, because why not? Oh, I'm dumb. Dang it, I don't know which high-tech C I've been using. I put it back in the bag. this one. There's not really a difference between any of them. Dang it. I hate it when I do this. This is an accident. Oh. I could tell it's probably either the first one or the last one. This one has no ink on the top, while this one has ink on it. Oh wait, plastic. I can see if my fingerprints are all over them. This one has a lot of fingerprints on it, but also that's a lot. Oh wait, this one's facing up. I'm very dumb. Here we go. Cool. How did I not notice that? Cool. Okay, cool. Now we're using the right one. It upsets me that... Oh! Oh, wow. He just lost one because the bag's open. Oh man, I need to find new ways to store all my pins and stuff. Right. Cool. I need to, like, make something. Also, I don't like it when it takes my music away from me. YouTube, you know that I listen to music every night. Come on. We'll do some Dragon Quest, even though I've been spamming that as of yet. Recent. Yeah, I think we're gonna just redo it tomorrow. You know, mechanical errors aside, I'm not very happy with my execution of that. I think, yeah, I was just too busy copying rather than understanding. So let's focus on that. Oh yeah, yes, we're gonna do the review. My apologies. Wow, brain splattered. Cool. So, yeah, literally what we're gonna do for these now. I was like leaving the first page empty. Is we're gonna just write down what we did today. So, this is, I guess we could do it in the format like lesson 3. Sternocera. So 3/ it's currently the 20th, stream 137. Yeah, so our major thing today was, instead of copying, focus on putting forms on the page that resemble forms of the insect. Yeah, so instead of copying, that's basically mainly what we want to care about, right? Whenever we pause to look at the reference image, don't pause to see what line you need to copy, pause what, like, the nature is of that, right? So, like, this is flat, so pause to study nature, /shape, not to copy a line. Other than that, though, I think we're pretty good. And just, yeah, work on confident strokes. As evident by the eye. Cool. And yeah, it doesn't have to be a lot. This is just, you know, what we did right there. And we'll keep it to that. Cool. Okay, so we'll leave that there. And now we'll march on to our 50% of the day, which is going to be probably broken up into several pieces. Honestly, this is not my favorite sketchbook I've ever had, and I've only had one. But I just don't like the paper. I'm not ready for it, or at least I don't feel like I respond to that medium well. Anyways, so yeah, what we're gonna do is I want to draw like a big weather robot. That was my idea the other day, and we just need to get the time to do it. Big weather robot. That's the idea, I guess. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Okay. Forgot that's the other side. And I want to actually, we're gonna be using all this as per usual. Oh my god, just, I'm throwing erasers everywhere, jeez. Need that, and we'll get our lighter H. And this isn't the HB, it's the 2H. Cool. H means hardness, which means this is a higher hardness than the HB. B means, I think, black, which means it has more lead, graphite in it compared to clay. Thanks, Broco. Get some sharp there. So yeah, I'm thinking we'll do like a little idea in the corner. Basically what I want here is like a giant, like the landscape. It's kind of like looking from up a hill, right? Or like this. And we'll bring you guys a bit closer. We always have to for these 50% drawings. And probably turn down the light a bit. A tiny bit. Yeah, so for these, what we want to do, sorry, for these, I want like a really round head. I like a kind of like a Baymax type face. I want like a kind of pauldron shield to it. Maybe the head should be further away. There. And then a really round and soft body, and like one arm is kind of like going up, like and they got the finger like touching a cloud. I want like the mystery of this piece. This piece makes me sound official. To be, is he making the clouds or like experimenting them, right? I want to like have a, I guess we're looking up at him a bit, so the degrees are going to be a bit like this up here. Want this kind of coat thing. And like a big backpack, I guess that'd be fun, right? Kind of goes into the like a smaller degree down here. And like a somewhat bloated torso. Want to send the arm out a bit more. I wanted him to be kind of like tilted, so let's fix that. Let's actually, yeah, kind of rough this out a bit more, just like not. Let me take a second to just like delve into my mind palace. broken up by the horizon. Maybe. I know you're not gonna see the bottom of his foot. That's not just me avoiding drawing. Then we can add like some trees. Just to kind of like give this a sense of scale. Like that's what I see here. Wow, you guys cannot see that. Oh, like yeah, I can't really do a better job of emphasizing that. For the head, I want like a I think the main characteristic I'm going for are like big ol' eyes, like Baymax eyes, and then like this cool like neck guard, I guess is the best way to do that, or to say it, I don't know. Oh yeah, I want like big ol', a bit more facing in, right? I guess no mouth, yeah. Anyways, and then what we're gonna have. No, we want a straight line right there. Maybe we could have like a bunch of greenery on him. Oh, maybe yeah, it's implied that he's making the clouds because like the thing on his back and it like has a tube going up to his arm or something. Also, I feel like this needs to be like right there. Let's also stop chicken scratching. Just have some more solid lines to him. What if we did like more? Okay, that's awful. No. It's horrifying, in fact. Yeah, I was thinking about doing like making it a embossed eye, but that just looks a bit worse. Yeah, let's stop adding to it. Yeah. It's kind of like, and maybe we can have like a radio dish. I always like radio dishes on the head. And like some, I want it to be very weathered robot, right? I mean, that's the joke, right? The finger, the hands, I want to be pointing, so we're gonna have like we're gonna see like a bit of this plane going back. More, like a lot less of this plane, right? Because we're bending down. And then we're gonna see the finger going up. See this go in, and this go even further in, right? Because of foreshortening. We're gonna see the thumb go around like this, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Finger, I'm holding in my finger. Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay. Yeah, I'm holding my finger like this. I have the knuckle right here. I'm gonna travel along here. It's not really going the way I thought it would, huh? Yeah, let's really break this down. So, I see my hand. Let's see, we're seeing it to the side, so actually what we're going to do here, okay. I have a box. Two-point box. Okay, now we're kind of going out of boxes. We're not in Kansas anymore. Getting this plane. Getting this plane. It only goes down to about right here because we have this for the hand, right? So this. But we're seeing... Oh, geez. What? Why is hand so complicated? I'm like drawing on my finger to try to figure this out, but I'm not sure if I'm getting it. Okay. Needs to be higher, like right here. That's awful. Dang. So much for knowing how to construct things, right? If we probably broke it down a lot more and had a better grasp of what's going on. For now, all I think we need to do yeah, because that's just awful. This isn't the actual drawing. I'm just like drawing things on the side to try to feel it all out. Interesting. Okay, well, I say we do a construction for it and then we call it there, right? Actually, no. Let's call it here because we're at like 140, so we're fine. We have an idea for what we want to draw tomorrow. Slow and oh, geez. I'm just throwing pen all over today. Jeez. Okay. Well. And I'm stopping here because I don't want to rush it. I can feel myself rushing, and I know that's a bad idea. So, we're gonna leave it here, keep it simple, right? We're probably gonna redo our friend tomorrow, our little, bug friend, mainly because also I think I just crumpled the paper. Whatever, we're gonna try our best tomorrow. We're gonna slow down, give it, not obsess over it, right? What we make is what we make, and, as according to our, kind of, notes, right? Instead of copying, we need to focus on putting forms on the page that resemble the forms of the insect, not copying the lines of what we see of the insect, right? Because that's kind of how you end up drawing representations or like symbols rather than actual things, right? So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It's been fun. Nothing really crazy going on. Maybe we'll have a break right before the promptathon because those are always just so hectic, but super fun. So with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I can't wait to see you guys probably tomorrow. Yeah, bye for now. Oh yeah, don't forget to watch the lesson 2 video when it comes out, but that's Saturday, so I'll probably talk about it a lot tomorrow. Okay, bye.